What's going on, guys? This is Mark McGurran here. Um, Posted up and going live, so we'll see if anyone's gonna join us. I'll throw, I guess, forget this. Throw it on my phone so I can see everyone's comments. What's going on, guys? Mute that bad boy. What's up, guys? Let's go live chat. Alrighty, so I'm gonna try to watch comments. What's up, Ben? No, great to have you, buddy. So what's up, Francis? What's up? What's up? So I'm gonna let some folks join. I posted a picture, which is funny, is that purple one. What's up, Raymond? What's up? What's up? I posted a picture the other day of a body I did of. I just gotta laugh. Some of my bodies that I do, that take me the least amount of time, sometimes get the most love. So, Ben, know you know what to do. I always learn from Ben on here. So, my little purple 12 scale I posted literally took like an hour to do. It was a practice body. We got the Roar Carpet Nationals coming up here in next week, and so I didn't have time to do a full. Well, a buddy wanted 2 race paints, and I had a lot to do, so I'm like, I'll just do you practice body. Well, then let's do something quick and easy. And I was like, well, I just can't do like a spray bomb because my name's going to go on it. So I already had it masked up, and so I was like, I'll do it, and I'll be darned. Everyone seemed to like it. So by the time I posted this, it probably was less than 15 minutes ago. I had my Wolverine. I just drew really, really quick on there. And before I jumped on here, I taped off the windows. I forgot my window masks. I would have just used those that came with the car. So I'm going to show this now, and I'll show it again later. But one of the questions I always got was, what type of brush do you use? And you want to say that this is a Princeton 2 brush. Okay, I don't know. The brand is called Princeton. The 2 is the size, and that's the size. To give you an idea of how big that brush is, it's like that. Okay. So, and it looks, when you get this at Hobby Lobby, it looks a lot prettier than this. I've used this a lot, and this is actually what you want. The more it's, that it's all wonky and looking, the better off you'll kind of get that brush look. So I'm sure other people will ask that, but this is Princeton. You don't have to have a Princeton, but the key on this brush stroke is to not have like a really nice tip. Like you just don't, you want the more grunge, the better. So you want it gnarly. That's perfect. Gnarly, grungy. It's exactly what you want. I've just got my fingerprints all over it. But yeah, Ben, I noticed that. Like, I put a lot of time and effort in some, and then it's like, oh, I get 12 likes. I spend 45 minutes on a body, and I got a bazillion likes. It's just funny. But in my defense, that body did come out pretty dope. So feel free to ask questions if you want. So all I did, that 12 scale body, I masked up. I was originally going to paint it. I wasn't sure, but I probably would do with 12 scales because of all the swages that I have on the body and the mold lines. It'd have been a pain in the butt to do this with it. It is tapeable, definitely easily tapeable on a 12 scale touring car body, off-road, just when there's not a ton of stuff. And even with like this Wolverine, it's got a nice pain in the butt mold line right here, a nice swage. So basically I kind of went around it. So I put my brush stroke to go around that. So that swage was for you, Ben. I saw that winky face. So while I am, I wanted to cut this a little bit. I figured some folks would jump on. While I'm going to cut, feel free to ask any questions. But this is the cool thing with this. There's literally nothing to do with this. It can be messed up. Doesn't have to be perfect at all. I mean, I literally, by the time I posted, hey, I'm about to go live, till I'm posting now, we're going to be done. I'm getting it all ready. So right now, all I'm doing is cutting out this tape. Okay. And what I'm doing is I'm masking off the lighter portion of the body. That's what I'm doing. Is that you obviously you gotta tape up some. I've seen Biddy's the one that came up with this design, and I saw him come up with it years and years and years ago, and he's just became an amazing artist to do it, and it's just so easy to do that, and people absolutely love it. So it's just, this is what I've learned, and even when I was first doing this, it's hard to mess up. And what I mean is that, oh, I need to tape off this back, dummy. I'm about to pull all this up, but I don't have my back quite taped up. So while we're doing that, I'm gonna tape this up. I should have had this done before. Almost made a major boo-boo on this. So all I'm doing here, guys, as you're joining me, sorry, I wish I would have had this done before this, but it is what it is. So we've got a handful of guys on here. All I'm doing is masking off what I'm not painting first. And so, as you guys can see, I am using tape. I am a liquid mask guy. But when it comes to this stuff, man, you know, it's all about time saving. And we'll probably do the math on it to what it looked like by the time I posted that up, masked this off, what's going to take and how long it's going to take to do it. And once you figure this out, it's actually really, really easy to do. It's not difficult. Some people, it looks intimidating, but it's really not. I saw Stefano, someone said, how do you do that? Right? And he said, just do it, right? Just start slinging your paint, right? The grungier, the better. And the more, right, grungy, the better it can be. And that's a cool thing. It's all messy, so you really can't screw it up. So if it's screwed up, hey man, that's what it's supposed to be, right? So I am hurrying here because I should have had this done before, and I apologize. But luckily, I caught this before. So give me just a few more minutes. If you guys have any questions in the meantime, feel free to post them up. We got resident admin, Mr. Ben No. Ben knows, right? I think Ben is close to my age. Bo knows from back in the day. Bo Jackson knows. Ben knows. Ben is wicked smart and knows his stuff. And I don't know why I just did that. I don't need that, dummy. I'm trying to hurry and I'm making mistakes. So, let's see here. Almost done. Gonna make sure I don't get all these air gaps where I might be. Alrighty. And this is a guy this is for Nats. I gotta love it, right? So if your painter's on here, obviously you want to learn the techniques. That means you probably paint for others. I had to laugh. I posted up on message some of my locals. I was like, hey, we got a big race coming up. Our Roared Carpet Nashville coming up. I don't want to have to be doing like 50 bodies, not 50, but we had a big race. I did like 34 and it was just way too much. And I said, hey, I don't want to be that busy again. You guys are my locals. I want to take care of you, right? If anyone wants bodies, let me know. Cool, no response. Literally, I messaged all the guys I paid for, no response. And I'll be done. He's like, hey, Mark, can you do me some race paint? And this is already after I had non-locals reach out and said, hey, Mark, Nationals coming up. Can you paint for me? And this is my buddy said, man, can you do it? I'm like, dude, Viet, I reached out to you, bro. He goes, no, you didn't. I then happened to take a screenshot of the message I sent him, and I said it actually was at 12:55 on December 27th. That's exactly when I asked you. And he goes, oh, my bad. Right? So, anyways. So, Ben, how's everything going out there in Australia, bro? It's craziness in this world right now. So, I think about you, literally. I do think about you, not in that weird way, Ben, so don't go that way. I think about you and your Australian boys. out there. You don't have to get all political, but I'm just actually just checking on you on what's going on. So pretty crazy times. So, alrighty, I think that is good. So as you can see, I just briefly did that. So I need a canoe. So I feel you on that, bro. I probably would be looking for a canoe if I was in your shoes as well, man. All right, so I've cut those. I didn't cut this one. All right, so let me just cut a couple. Okay. So all I'm doing here is just making a quick, easy design, and just cutting it out. Make sure I didn't cut these. The cool thing is with this is you just want to make these little scallops, right? That are you're going to use for your design. Okay. You can use a liquid mask. You can do tape. I've seen Stefano like tape it and then use like painter's paper, so you don't have to use as much tape, whatever your preference is. So all right, let's bend. So I need a canoe. He read your message and then saw something shiny. It happens. It's better COVID rules wise, but now it's flooding, like legit flooding. Holy crap, that is crazy. All right, so now I'm going to show you what I'm doing here. Make sure I'm just tearing off these guys. Again, as you can see, my little design is just a guide, right? Because it's going to be grungy and messy. I'm not worried a ton about having perfect lines, anything like that. It's just a guide to get that going. So, hence the canoe required. My bad. I thought you wanted a canoe to paddle all the way over here to the States, bro. Come down here to Texas, hang out with me. So I'm just getting that. All right, I'll show you this. That guy. And don't need that guy. Maybe if I was doing this for a living, I'd figure out, be prepared more than this. So we got 14, 15 folks on here join us. Awesome, right? Hopefully you'll get something out of this. Hopefully. So with Ben on here, we'll always get something out of this. Okay. And then what's funny is I've done these a handful of times and I've come to learn more. I don't know if I learned more, but I learned just as much from you guys and your questions and comments and people giving their input on here than I have. So I like to share the love. As most of you guys know, if you haven't followed me or seen any of my stuff on RC Paint Chat, I travel quite a bit for a living. And so you're going, where are you at right now? I'm literally in a hotel room at the moment. So we're about to get started. This actually kind of worked out, allows a handful of folks to jump on to join if they want to join. So I'll kind of go over through my materials I'm going to use in just a sec. But I got to give credit where credit's due. Stefano came up with this technique many, many moons ago. I saw his stuff, I think, on RC Tech back in the day, I think, for a call. And I always loved his stuff, and it's been awesome to see him grow into a full-fledged company that is, leading the industry in a lot of different ways. So really, really cool to see that growth and success he's had. So, okay, I think we're about ready to actually start. I'm just gonna make sure my tape is good. Oh, got a little spot here. Any questions I can help answer specifically? Obviously, you're coming here to watch my technique, so I'm assuming that should take care of most of the questions. What's going on, Steven? How we doing, buddy? All right. So again, I'm not too worried about perfection. So what I got here, right, is just this body right here, okay? That's all I'm doing. Really simple, really basic, nothing crazy on there. Okay, so now I got my guts, and this is, now I don't know how long I've been on here now, but however long I've been, does my phone tell me? about 15 minutes, right? And this is me talking about 15 minutes. I'm about 30 minutes in total with tape, okay? So again, for those folks that didn't join me, the brush that I'm using, and thank you about that last paint job, Stephen, is this Princeton number 2. The brand is Princeton. The number 2 is the size of the brush. It's all gnarly, and you don't want something flat. Like you get a normal paintbrush, it's got that flat edge, you know, that literally looks like this. You don't want that. You're just gonna get one big brush stroke, okay? I saw TD Takashima use something like this on some of his stuff, and I got these. This is one of the best little cool things. Francis, this little guy I found on Amazon. I'll post up a link to you. I don't even remember what these are called. I don't even remember. I'll have to look. It took me a while because, like, what the crap do you call these little dish things? I did find that. And then my paint, it's not, some people might ask, it's just a Wicked Opaque Black. Actually, I think they call it Wicked Black. So that's all they call it. And then here, all I'm going to do, I don't thin it, don't do anything from it. I'm just going to pour it out, right? I'm just putting it in here. Nothing fancy. Okay, so now, right, here's my body. Okay, this is the thing that I've learned, and you'll kind of see me, is less is always more. You can always, cough medicine cups. There we go. That is actually perfect, Ben. See, it's free, right? We have all these cough medicine cups we always throw away. Buy bulk, cheap as, yep. So the brush is from Hobby Lobby. That is correct. I got this brush from Hobby Lobby. It will look much prettier than this. It'll actually have a nice tip to it when you buy it. But these are super, super soft bristles, okay? And so here in the US, we have what's called Hobby Lobby, any hobby store. It doesn't have to be a Princeton. I didn't know this would work when I got it. I bought a couple of these. I bought a number 5. I've since lost my number 5. I need to get another one. So, but all I'm gonna do is with this is less is more, meaning that a lot of times this is not like painting your wall or anything like that. What I do when I do this, you'll see is I'm gonna lightly hit it because I can always go back. I can always go back and add more, but when you make a mistake, which I probably will, and we'll show you how I can fix the mistake or attempt to fix it, right? If I'm messing anything up. But the key here is just long strokes, right? And then let stuff dry and then move on to the next part. So what I like to do is I want my brush nice and wet when I start off. So I dip it nice and wet, and I got a little paper towel here. I'm literally gonna brush it off. I'm trying to coat my bristles, okay? And then you don't want a ton of paint on there. It's kind of hard to describe the amount of paint. And if there's no bristles, I start brushing it. Yeah, I actually want it to be more like that, okay? That's because you don't want that smooth edge. I bet I could have figured it out and move it. But again, and I'll just dip it on the tip. I'm just dipping it. You can kind of see that, the blob on there. That's all I'm wanting, okay? And so I'm just gonna start moving back, right? And I'm just, oh, you're not, can't see me. Okay, let me do this. Yeah, that'll work. That's gonna be about as good as I'm gonna get. So I'm just gonna brush, and I'm going real, real light to kind of see how that paint's gonna come out, right? Because I'm just going back and forth. You guys can help, I'll lift it up a little bit. And I am going both directions. And then this is the thing. You don't want it thick. You don't want it, meaning a big old blob. You want all the scragglies, okay? You can go past it. You can go, that's the beauty behind this, is it's not supposed to be perfect. Like I just did, this is what I've done so far, right? And I'm gonna grab a hairdryer in a second to let that dry, and then we'll go from there. But what I'm doing is I'm doing half on one side. So I'm doing half on this side, okay? I'm making a whole bunch of squiggles. Kind of take a look. And then as I am learning what the brush is doing right now, I'm adding a little more paint, okay? You can kind of see that, okay? And then now we're gonna just come up here, and then actually this might work. And now my brush is going sideways, which is all right. And I'm just coming down that edge, and I kind of got too much paint on it, so I put it back to the grunge style. Okay. And now I'm just painting away. And I'm not pushing a lot of pressure on it. If I had to put it, I bet what's hitting my deal is about that little portion there. That's about just that edge of, actually, hold on, this is better. This top part that's above my X-Acto is what's hitting the body. It's not the whole brush, okay? And so I'm just going along and I'm making long strokes, right? As you can kind of see. I'll show you kind of what I'm doing there. Noises help. I literally are doing that. Can this be done with a fluorescent paint? Ben, what do you think? Can this be done with flows? I guess it'd have to be backed with white. My concern would be, I've never tried fluorescent. I think the black on the fluorescent would look dope. It'd be a matter, you'd have to like back it with white almost immediately. You can then back it with, do some fades to it, maybe with some reds. I don't know. That's a great question. So I tried it once. The problem is I wasn't backing it with white, and then it kind of came out muddied from there. So yeah, you would need white. Okay. Yeah, so you'd want to do some white behind it. All right. So here, as you kind of start feeling it, and let's say you put a little too much on there, like this one right here, I got a little thicker than I wanted. Well, so instead of putting more paint, right, is that I'm just using that paint that's on there and pushing that out, okay? And then just kind of giving me some grunge. But oh yeah, so Ben said it could work, but then yeah, you need some white grunge. I've seen Stefano do some white on there that looked pretty. I almost did some white grunge on that purple one I did. But I decided on that gold. I actually thought about doing white after the gold and fading something in there, but I'm like, man, I'm just getting too creative right now, or trying to do too much, not too creative. Felt like I was going to try to do too much, and sometimes less is always more. So now what I'm doing here is I'm adding some streaks in it, and I'm pulling that down, right? As you can kind of see there, I'm not stopping at my tape, right? You can kind of see that tape. I'm going past it. I'm getting that long tip that we like to see when we do those bodies. And I'll be going, since it's not super thick, where I've already done it, it's already starting to dry. So I'm going to come back to the other side. Okay. So I'm just going to come back. And this is the thing when you're doing it this way, and it's doing it halfway. Like if you're not just doing one big streak and then taping one side of it, maybe you've seen a couple of my bodies where it's literally just one section is white with one big black streak. That's super easy. With this is I'm doing it half and half. So I'm doing half this side with it. I'm going to paint the teal color I'm going to do, peel that back, and then do another half of that. Okay, so this is the thing. I like grunge, right? It's pretty slick. So again, you can see I'm making it all kind of just messy. You know, that's when I saw Stefano just say, just do it. That's kind of the beauty about this, is that there's no perfect way, or right or wrong way, or anything. All right, so here I made a little mistake. Okay, let me show you what I'm going to do. I turned. See that guy? Just that spot right there. I don't like that spot. This side, not bad. That part I don't like. Since it's still wet, all I'm doing is taking a very clean paper towel. I'm only using that one spot once. Now it's gone. Right? It's still wet, right? As long as it's not a huge, right, glob, right? It's pretty easy to do, even a bigger glob. And so now I'm just adding some streaks. Let me see if you can kind of see that. Okay. And what I'm wanting, since I'm doing half of this, I want to make sure I am hitting where that tape is, that tape line. Because that tape line is a hard edge. And I don't want that hard edge. Okay. On where I'm going to spray this first color. Okay. So you want to make sure that hard edge on this side of the body is hidden, right? Because that's what we're doing. We're hiding it with this paint. Okay. And there's no perfect way to do that, but I want to make sure that that hard edge, again, I'm kind of messing up this more than I want, but by golly, it's grunge, right? That's all right. This tip is not done well, so you'll see me kind of do that. That's got a hard edge there. Again, making noises while doing it and sound effects really helps. There's a hard edge there. I see one over here. There's some right there. I'm actually literally painting on the spot. Okay. There's some hard edges right here. Okay. And a lot actually right here. All right, any questions that I missed so far? All right, I can't see it over there. Ow, I just poked myself. Live chat. What flow do you write? Okay. So yeah, the flow, that'd be interesting. I think it'd be worth a try. All right, so I kind of got this little portion pretty thick right here on accident. I'm talking, but I'm just gonna make noises and make it work. Make sure this bottom part here on this side is good, which does look good. That's all good. I'm gonna do a couple streaks kind of in the middle of it, kind of down the side, down here. And since I'm not re-dipping it, right? So I don't need a lot. All right, I done made another mistake on this top part. I don't like that one right there. I just did it. Take my very clean paper towel, right? And wipe it down. No harm, no foul. Okay. Looking at this, I see there's a hard edge right there. Okay. We're going to take that. Okay. I think I got them good on my hard edges. This is actually kind of nice to look at to see if I've got everything. On this side, I got all my hard edges. Right there, it looks like I need a little bit. Yeah, just a touch. All right, any questions so far? All right. I'm just gonna, that's the beauty, guys. This is grunge. Okay, there you go. Really simple. Okay, need a soundboard for real, bro. All right, so what I'm now gonna do is grab a hairdryer real quick because some of this is still a touch wet, barely though. But I just want to make sure that's going. So hold with me very shortly. What's great about when I'm in there, where's the tequila? No tequila for me, my friend. So I like tequila way too much, and so I can't have any more alcohol. So hold on. Ben will tell you not to use heat when you do that liquid match. How much do you remove? When I do this, I'm not sure if I'm understanding the question, Francis. If this was liquid mask, this is exactly what I would do, right? Where the tape is where that liquid mask would be. I'm not sure if I'm understanding the right question. Okay, so I'm gonna rinse my brush out real quick because I don't want it to dry out too. Actually, I'll just leave it in the paint. That's not gonna work actually. I'm gonna rinse this out real quick. I'm not worried about cleaning it. I'm just more worried about that paint drying it too much. What's up, Miss Angela? So I did say something else about the paint. It is a Princeton #2. I usually get that question a lot. Princeton's the brand. 2 is the number of size of brush, that thickness. And you want it nice and grungy and grangly and just funky-fied. No, the shitter, it looks like the back. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I get my airbrush. Make sure I got the right one. Grab my colors. I'm going to find them. Hold. Where's my transparent turquoise? Green. Hold. Damn it, Mark. I'm all organized now, guys, and I can't find my paint. Where is it at? Got too many greens and blues. Found it. Okay. Sorry about that. Now, I would use a mask when doing this. So, for those that, moms and whatnot, there we go. All right. So I'm going to add some depth to this. I'm actually going to move this down, so I bet that's kind of loud on the mic. So this is a nice little compressor is all I use. I bet this is what I use the majority of the time. So you don't have to have super duper expensive stuff to make decent stuff. So I'm now, if I would have left them in a bag, I agree. See, that's what happens. Okay. And my hose is getting kinked and I'm about due for a new hose. So what I'm doing now is I'm doing a couple different colors. I am doing Creatix Transparent Aqua. And then the color I'm going to be using is this Chroma Air. I'll have to look at the color again real quick. But all I'm doing here is giving it some depth. So instead of it just being one flat color, right, which you can do, this just helps create some depth as you do it. It just helps it all pop together. I'm spraying probably around 40 PSI. Again, I'm not super worried about keeping it really, really tight. Okay. And I will go around the windows as well. Since this is a simpler body, right, I like to add some depth as much as I can. All right, let's throw the heater to it. One moment. It's in the box I have at your place. Monkey, what's up? 21 people. Since it's not super heavy on there, it doesn't take long to dry. Again, I'm going to do one more pass because this transparent can be super watery. So you don't want to put a whole bunch down at once. If not, it'll kind of pool out. Again, I normally use a mask. And probably when I spray the main color, I will. But I'm not doing a ton on here. So, makes me feel a little better. Not much, but a little better. Take me so much longer to spray than he just did. Makes me wonder if I have an issue with my setup. So, ask away, William. What's you're saying that it's not coming out as clean? Like, is it kind of splurting? Whatever. Kill. And since I'm here and doing this, true, yeah, so I'm not worried about staying really tight. Alrighty, I had something. Where did it go? Okay. Well, I had some, oh, there it is, dang it. That's right below my feet. My dots, okay? So I'm just gonna do some really quick dots. This is just some vinyl that I found on Amazon, if you want that link. Briefly, gonna do this, probably just one pass. Not just probably, I will just do one pass. I like these dots. I use them a lot. I feel like they give some added benefit to the body. I probably overuse them, but I like them. So, okay. Yeah, so I forget who asked that, but like, man, you're spraying super fast. I think Ben is right. I'm not trying to get it perfect. I'm just adding for some depth and effect. So I'm not trying to, I am definitely spray, you know, more or more careful when I'm trying to get the tighter fades. Also, when I'm doing that, what I am doing, I'm just wiping this off on some paper towels. Since I'm just kind of laying it down really hard and fast, it kind of does build up. And so that way when I do this, put it back down, that my fingers aren't getting stuck with paint and where that paint is not going on that body. So show that more near, please. Okay. Okay. I missed the spot over here. Okay. Just really, really simple. And I'm not worried about it being perfect. I just want to add a little bit of something than just a normal color. So all I do, this is all got paint on it. I take a paper towel, flip it upside down, and wipe it off. And I reuse this a ton. As you can see, it's got a bunch of crap on it. I'm about done using it. But I re-put it back on this paper and go on down the road. All right, let's. Works for me. Again, that's a cool thing. I'm gonna clean my brush really quick. So. It's not a deep clean, I'm just getting all the colors out. So, all right, so now I see, what am I missing? Anything on the chat? Thanks, Ben, blah, blah, blah. What kind of, I'm missing some. Your paint spread is 5 to 8. How's the stencil sticking to the body? Show me more. Oh, now I see. As a side note, be careful using fresh stencil over liquid mask. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. I think actually Francis found that out on accident. So what he's saying is, I got some brand new stuff here. If I take this off, okay, it is crazy, crazy sticky. I mean, I'm talking way, way sticky. I mean, way sticky. Okay, so I always, like you said, de-tack that. I put it on my shirt, put it on everything. I stick that, and you want that sticky off. That's why I love this reuse stuff. So this is a sticky stuff, but as you can see, it can come off, right? This, if I push down hard enough, this could pull off liquid mask for sure, but it's not. So I think this is the color I want. I don't know if this is, I've custom mixed some of this. Oh, schnuckies. Hold on, it just spit out. Luckily it landed on the body and only got one spot on the floor. Hold on, I gotta show you guys this. Look at the color of the carpet. So it landed a little bit on the carpet. So luckily it's literally the exact same color, or almost the same color. Okay. Shh. I do try to be a good steward of where I stay, so so I don't make a mess. I always try to clean it up. So all right, okay, this is actually the color I want. So this is a Chroma Air, maybe meant opaque. The number is CA020. I really like this. These guys, they're really nice. They make some really cool colors. It's a little thicker than some of them, so just be careful that you don't spray it on too thick. And thicker, I mean literally. Ah, see, it just freaking did it again. All right, so these Chroma Air bottles like to spit at you, Ben. Just so you know. All right, I am gonna throw on my mask actually. So hold on. I got a little fan back there, not much, but something. So the reason I'm doing this is this paint is thicker, so it's not going on as fast as I like. So I'm having to go back, and that's why it's super light right now. So. It's pretty good. All right, so let me clean out my brush real quick. Alrighty. I don't know if that vent fan does much, but yeah, touring car bodies are pretty darn fun to do. I did some buggies a while back, so my white will not throw that much paint. I'll try playing with opaque black. Alright, let me try the floor side. Okay, cool. Just trying to read. Sorry if you just saw my nose in there. I was trying to read. All right. Now, oh, I need to hit this with this guy real quick. There's that. And now we peel out the other portion. Mark, is that a 0.5 you're using your brush? No, that's actually a 0.35. And so I like the 0.5 because this guy with this particular paint was kind of a pain on that pass there. Since I didn't, because it's not super duper thick, right? You never want to lay down to where, watched a Coast airbrush deal the other day, and it really made sense, is talking about making the paint wet, right? I struggle with that. I always want to lay down more than I think I need. So I've been trying not to have wet paint, meaning that it takes a long time to dry. So for those that are just joining us or joining us halfway, I use tape to do all this. The purple body I posted up is, I use liquid mask. Doesn't really matter. Okay. And now I'm just pulling this out. Again, sound effects always help. Talking yourselves helps. Being a nerd helps, because we're all a nerd. Cut that there. done, we'll finish off the brushing and spray the white. Any questions? I want to see how the dot came out. Okay. No problemo. I will show you momentarily. Oh yeah, I guess I probably could have shown that. Huh, Francis? Did I get it all? Got it all. So, subtle. The dots are subtle. Again, I didn't want them to be a big proponent or a big part of it. When I back this with white here in a second, that it'll definitely pop a little bit more. But right now, I got a hard edge. And actually, it's not a bad look, but it's not the look I want to go for. So, again, so now I'm going to finish up the rest of the black. So I did this half black first, right? And then I'm going to come out on the other side of it. So this is kind of wobbly and wavy. When you hold that body of the light, you can see the heavy paint, thin paint on the hood. It's my biggest fear with fluorescence. Does it show when backed with white? No. So yeah, you definitely can see that for sure. But you got to realize you're never holding that body up to the light. Where that body's going to be is on the car. And with fluorescence, a lot of times we think they're going to be able to see it, but once it's not, they won't. It's going to have a decent coverage. But nothing crazy. So right now, great question, whoever that was, is I want my brush to look like so. I want it scraggly, grungy, right? Someone said something, what do they call it? Call it something else. But again, so again, all I'm doing is dipping it in there and taking strokes, and the messier the better, but nothing crazy. I'm just doing a lot of small strokes is what I'm doing. I mess up, it is what it is, right? So I'm trying to get rid of, there's that hard edge because of where I cut. And so I'm trying to make it not hard. No jokes, please, no jokes. Okay. All right, gnarly. There we go. Thank you. It was on the tip of my tongue. I knew it was a G that was silent. I couldn't think of it. But yes, you want that gnarly brush. Gnarly is better. All right, you can kind of see it. This is actually a pretty good angle. So, RLR Ben, I'm going to read what Ben says. So now my brush kind of became too flat. I'm just going to put it on a paper towel and gnarly it back up. And all I'm trying to do is get rid of this hard edge from where the tape was. And make a gnarly little end, grungy end. When you're cutting through to myself, ripping the tape would give less of a sharp edge. True, but again, I'm not so much worried about that, right? Because I'm gonna have to go over both ways. That's a good point. I thought about the rip too. I thought since it's not a major issue because I'm not following the line, because I thought about the rip too. But I'm gonna cover over it, and I thought cutting would actually be easier. So but a rip, because at the end of the day, you're covering over, right? You're kind of just making it wavy, and I'm not so much worried about the edge, because again, I still got to go over both ways in my process. Might look cool with the ripped edge on one side. And I'm just trying to keep that edge gnarly. That's actually the perfect word. So that one I just did, a little bigger than I'd like. It's too big for me to fix, right? So I'm gonna leave it. That's the beauty about this, is that there's not a right or wrong way, or man, I like this. It's all just kind of grungy, right? And so I do like to add these little tails, right? These little whatever. I don't like that one at all. So again, you do one you don't like, you take a really clean paper towel right after you hit it, and it'll come off, and I'll probably do a little that works. Okay. All right. Any hard edges I'm missing? So right where the window is, I see that. I'm talking through this, and so how long am I going now? I'm right at an hour. So I'm about to be done with this whole thing in an hour. If I wasn't talking to you yahoos, I'd probably be done a little sooner. So really cool product to do. That looks all right. What I'm looking for here is removing these hard edges. I don't want that hard edge from where the tape was to kind of come through. I'm looking. All right, I got a spot over here. Okay. Saw something about flow, but I'll have to read that in a second. Again, I'm just adding some effect, grunge effect. As you notice, I'm not even going back to the paintbrush. There's already enough paint on here to kind of get that extra little effect that I want. And by golly, boys and girls, I think we're close to being done. So I'm just going double check. I got all my hard edges away. I got a little spot right over here I want to tinker with. Any comments? Eliminate batching. Okay. So, so Ben's got some tricks for flow. I like his thought process there. Still got some of you guys on here, so must be halfway decent. Cool. All right, I think we're ready for the white, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll call it a night in about an hour. Okay. I clean up my brush a little bit better, but I won't do it. All right, I'm going to hit this real quick. I just got on. What kind of brush are you using? All right. Grab my white. Let's rock and roll. Shake and move. Yeah, it's a Princeton #2. Princeton's the brand, #2 is the size. So I had to figure that out before. Alrighty. Mask. Let's see how this turns out, guys. It's looking pretty dope to me. Alright. Dried paint. Oh, thank you. Turn on the microwave. Thanks, Steven. Oh, a little too fast. Looking good. Okay, Yep. I got going too fast. Yeah, I do the outside too. But it's not super thick. But I agree when you do that. This is my last one. Actually, I might hit it one more time on the back. Wow, this is gonna come out real nice. All right, let's hit this back part one more time, just a touch. That's where he's gonna be mounting his body. I know this racer, he's gonna bang it around. Beautiful. Do that, and we're gonna peel this sucker. See the final. You just didn't have to pray on too heavy, yeah. That's one thing I've learned, is that we always think we need more. But usually we don't. Especially with those paints. All right, we still got some folks on here. I usually would wait a little bit longer, but I'm excited to see this too. The most common issue. Yep. So I agree, Benjamin, that is a very common issue to spray on way too much. And I've learned that in this. Really, I watching Stefano spray. I'm like, dude, Stefano stuff is so thin. So, my pleasure, Steven. Oh, dang it, I forgot this. Somebody will mount that body. Okay. So this is the best part. I don't care what, if you like to paint, right? Is anyone else like me that I'm about to experience what I call the, orgasm of painting? Yes, I just said that. Does anyone know what the orgasm of painting is? It's about to happen. I think looking through the body with the light behind it is what hurts it. I agree. And you know what I'm about to say, what the orgasm is? It's about to happen. Outer film, baby, you darn right. All right, here we go. What's up, Kelly? Whoosh. Here she is, folks. Pretty dope. Really simple. This has been going on for 1 hour and 10 minutes, and I am completely done with the body. Start to finish, 1 hour. Designing, cutting, painting. Pretty dope. No liquid mask, all paint. Right, Kelly, Noel, if you're on there, this is Viet's ride. So, pretty slick stuff, man. Really simple. Hopefully this has been helpful. Right, again, this took 1 hour to do. The dots for you, Mr. Francis. Right. Again, not perfect, but that's the beauty behind this. Doesn't have to be. Those dots were real subtle. That was the intention, because this body, you know, even though it's simple, you still want to give it some depth. And as you can see, just that grungier, the better, right? Even when I said, remember this one was too thick. Is it that one? Yep. That one's too thick. I didn't like that one right there. Still came out all right, right? And because this one is really what I meant to make it look like, right? Or something like that. But again, don't matter, right? That's really, really cool. So hopefully this has been beneficial, right? So hopefully people get to work and help for this. I take it you travel for a real job. Yes, I do travel for my real job. I don't go around painting bodies in hotels. But hopefully this has helped you guys. I enjoyed it. Ben, as always, if you're still on, always love hearing from you, sir. Thank you for your input. Thank you, Ben. Appreciate that. Man, any other questions? So while I'm still on, if not, I'm about to end this because it is, I don't know what time it is now. Time for bed. Love the colors. Thank you so much, man. I do appreciate you guys. Hopefully this has been good. I will make sure to post this up for others to see. But in 1 hour, we got an entire body done, man. Start to finish. So get the biggest thing is it's the right brush and light coat. So yes, Raymond, you need to try it. You got the skill to do it. Again, it's really simple. Hopefully this has helped. So have a good night, everybody. I'm going to clean up and I'm going to bed. Are you just cleaning up with water? Yes, I'm just cleaning up with water. I do have some stuff, airbrush cleaner, I'll run through it real quick, but majority of the time I'm just doing water. I got a sink right here. Water works great. So I need to do some more bids. Some more lids or bids? Or is that what, like a swage? Right? Oh, bids. I didn't know if that was like a swage in, you know, Australian or something. I know y'all speak funny over there, so y'all got some swages. All right, gents, ladies, have a good night. Hopefully this has been beneficial. Bye. Finish.